48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? A fairly short kick from the 14.
We got a little
and he'll be out of
outside
bounds
of
across the 25.
We got a blue outside of I just rolled the grub chase. Video close off.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson finding more on the out route for the completion. So trouble already here on the opening drive. This is 4th and 9.
This one good.
Here's Jackson. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there, coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Pollard again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense. Because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now again here to Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back in the 46. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now Now Jackson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And it's caught. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Trying to run forward with Pollard, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Tony Pollard, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45. That good for 22 for the first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The Jets are 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Play action. It's Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And Mike will hear about that from him soon.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One play action, Fields. He's got it, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. After 1-7-0 on the A Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Walker now at 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They went with a run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Fields throw taken in by Watkins here. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Fields now to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job here by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On 4th down, Fields. That's just complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that we don't have a chance to win this game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back
Colts on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Last play, they got stuck at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got away on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
After that run for a 1st down, I don't know that confidence could be much higher for an offense. They've done exactly what they want to do on this drive.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Second down and a run by Robinson. This carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Pollard going to try the right side. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Fields. Buying time to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They have to like what they've done defensively here on the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first half, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And incomplete on a deep ball.
How the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields throwing again. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fields. And this is caught by Watkins. He's got a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camp. Do you remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room? This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. Now following the touchdown, off Richter to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw here? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Fields as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Trying to fit it in the middle, but it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down. So we hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have the control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
We often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
On first down, Fields. And Walker has it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Justin Fields, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Good decision to keep the football and some really good running to find the end zone.
And so much for scouting, because you know they went over this in practice on the defensive side, that you have to protect the edges in that RPO, that he may tuck it and keep it himself. Instead, he crashed down, and off he went.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Jackson from the shotgun. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. To throw again on second down. Fields. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. In motion left is Watkins. Throwing again is Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields.
Oh, my God.
It's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So that potentially a turning point here in this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take another quarter of football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it.
It's almost so
that stuff just goes right out the window. you're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Play action. It's Fields.
Oh my God.
Scrimmage and intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for Colts TD. York on now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Damn, Madden, like, for real, let this nigga play the game.
So they throw the pick six to get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
It's trash, dog. I don't understand this shit. What the fucking kick, man, bro?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time to lean on that leadership. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off play action, Fields. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did.
Good shit, my boy.
With a great chance to make a big play, that's going to hurt.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Fields. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Fields. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Oh,
inside the 20 and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big pickup of 38.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fields going to get this one on the perimeter. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Walker. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
For the lead, here's third and goal. From the gun, here's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Damn, I fucking tweaked out, dog. Celebrating, stupid as fuck.
Fourth down, Fields has to win this one. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards remain for second down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll work down inside the 45. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hand him the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's got room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. No blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes against the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They snap it to Fields. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Jackson now. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Colts. Devin Duvernay. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this game has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields now to throw. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
And the most curious way to burn some clock, that was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up the football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Colts are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now Jackson on first down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one too low.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there and the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked